I think it's time to get more spells. So first I want to do Bombarda. I wonder if I can catch a dragon.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Ugh, can't say I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
Let me get that new spell.
I take it you're ready.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you
No, don't
must
hold
be
me to that.
precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember,
so let me see if I
the
can remember
exploding
this.
charm is highly volatile.
Got it.
Bombarda.
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Taking owls a bit too literally, if you ask me.
Settle down.
How does that work?
Settle down.
Does that mean the book eat?
Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
How would I already know how to do this?
Beautifully done.
You good, Sebastian? Wait, I'm not leaving yet.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
I grew all the
Thank you,
plants.
Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
I think the answer is no.
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand law, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
So now I got this transfiguration spell, which is yellow. I can, yeah, that works.
Since our
think
visit to
about it.
Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
I planned with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
You're here. Brilliant.
Okay, so what about this curse?
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
Can we
Keep
go
an eye
faster?
out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Go
There
up
he
the
is.
steps.
Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.
Oh, he's down the steps.
I hope we don't...
Sebastian, over here.
These braves grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Okay, so I see 3 of these.
Confringo!
Revelio may help.
Revelio! Remember, 3 braziers are involved. Confringo!
Someone was actually listening.
I do that. Occasionally.
Let's try it out with this song.
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
I might need Reparo for this.
Reparo!
Barely used this spell since I first got it.
Looks like a locked door. You may want to look around. The rubble
Ominous.
formed a relief of a
The
person
journal
facing a
mentions
snake.
many challenges ahead.
That's why I said this could be dangerous. Aunt Noctua kept my father informed until she vanished.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Nope.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the 2 of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the 2 of us,
Never mind.
Let me like this.
No clear way forward.
like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to
Lumos.
solve.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Yes,
Revelio.
stuff. I see a snake.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
I mean, if I knew what I was trying to do.
That didn't sound good.
No, it
Salazar
wasn't.
Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Is there any... Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I'm a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through. Noctua, gone.
This
That didn't help.
journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
Revelio.
If I knew what the goal was, I'd be able to do it.
Slytherin.
Oh, that actually might help. Yeah,
Matching the
that's
symbols
better.
did open it.
Was about to do that myself. But you
Well,
got
you
to it
should've.
first. Nice work. We've got more to solve ahead.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
Okay, so stuff. Duck and mountain. Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become. I know it.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Okay, so Moon Snake.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
What's running the family?
Look in a mirror, Sebastian. That's
Lumos.
promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Confringo!
Okay, so there's the dial. I failed the dial, but it struck my face as if it were a real serpent. But I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. This scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did, and she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Another welcoming sword, was he?
It made sense.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
But where are they?
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Hey,
Then
look at
Salazar
this.
Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malice challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invite him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I've led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
I think you should.
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck.
Didn't he say he didn't
Wish
want
we
to
had
learn
some
any?
liquid luck. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
this
I
is
thought so.
different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all Unforgivables. If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
I'll do it.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn it. I want to learn, but you must cast it on me. What does Crucio do?
I want to learn the curse, and I think it's best if I cast it on you.
Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare Crucio. Hold on as long as you can.
Okay, so let's go.
Ready? I'm ready.
I really didn't. Yeah, he's fine.
Are you alright?
That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving. We made it.
Before we do that, what does this spell do? Causes most enemies to writhe in pain as they take damage over time. Also curses the victim, and cursed enemies take extra damage. So depending on how long this lasts, if we ever duel again...
We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here. Revelio.
Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's inside.
Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium. A secret, well-protected room beneath Hogwarts where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with other founders. Nothing else good down here. Why would I want to drink this? Here's a note. Okay. I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggle-borns are somehow capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put to voice. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have carelessly wrought, one who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. We shouldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
Yeah, let's
I don't
leave.
want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
I see a way
Oh.
out.
Best news I've heard all day.
I mean, I'm already out. Are y'all coming?
Ominous. About your aunt.
What?
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful
They agreed.
to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Who are you?
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I don't know if I want to be here.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
Okay, she's not mad at me.
So
She doesn't
frustrating.
know.
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
As a gazelle? I don't know. I feel like that's a little too strange for a gazelle to be doing surveillance.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
What does it feel like?
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can I learn this?
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
A month? I think I'm good.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent.
True.
She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
I don't like the second option.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
I did want to walk away. She'll probably message me back. Owl me back.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And
I'm
I'm
not gonna
glad
lie,
we
it
did
didn't look hard
because in the
when he
spellbook
did
I
it.
also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I don't know, I feel like we should.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
It's me or him.
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Lots of awkward conversations today.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
It would mean a lot.
Let's see what else is there. I can talk to Poppy.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
I forgot I still had that egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
I don't know this guy. I don't really see too many people around. But yeah, I'll go ahead.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Cool. So, I think all I have left right now is the main stories. So I can ask Amit about the gobbledygook.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Good. Let's go.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
It's reasonable. I mean, I came right here, but he'll be here soon.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
Interesting.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bakar. Allure.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What can you tell me about this door?
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Yeah, I can do that.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Make sure that's cool. Make sure that sheet is the right one.
The door is looking at us.
Okay, I know what to do.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
You don't see nothing.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
You better be on it.
I still can't believe it's a goblin mine.
Didn't actually search that bag.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Nope.
Yes, of course.
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all. Run the other way
Okay, so
when
the
they see
problem
me, humans
is the
do.
one that's
Every
looking at
time.
me.
Such arrogance.
Oh, they see me.
Cannot know there was a how childish.
Descendo.
What's that?
Well, at least that connects both of them.
Let's get this. Just you wait till I'm on solid ground. You are
I'm sorry about that.
Rubber boy, coming back this way. Well, that's your best. If you see the human.
It kind of sucks when you have a yellow shield. Because I could just turn you into a barrel.
Where are those plans gone? I had schematics in my hand a moment ago.
Oh, he's still here. kind of thought that he was gonna stay Barrel. Let's see. Blow up a loyalist sentinel. Is that what he is with Bombarder while they charge their magic? I don't know. Let's just go. Oh yeah. Oh, it wears off. That's kind of sad a little. I was expecting it to.
More than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, I'll meet.
I was expecting him to stay. A barrel. You don't see nothing? Let's go.
Revelio.
Don't see a way up there.
Bombard.
No.
Confringo.
Expecting something to happen.
Lumos.
No.
Accio.
Oh, this open. So now I should be able to. Oh, okay. It's easier than I thought it would be. Open this up. I am gonna need to go
Like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
sell some of my gear.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We
Revelio.
can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
You should have saw that. But it's too late.
That's the last loyalist. Unfortunate, really. Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
So it wasn't up here, which means I'm gonna go down here.
Revelio.
No enemies yet.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
There's a lot.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to it. Hello?
Didn't see anything.
Who's that?
Wait a moment.
Uh-oh.
Let's get this over with. Rather wise coming back this way.
Let's open Bombarder with you more.
I won't rest until dead.
Let's see. Launch a transformed enemy with the pulsar. I can do that.
Bombarder.
Where'd they go?
What are you doing?
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Why's that door looking at me like that? Oh, I guess I need to do this too. That should open the door. Yeah. Something this way.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff.
Well, I
if we're
ran
not
right
careful.
through it.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
I guess he did too.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Maybe not a boss fight, but definitely gonna.
Someone there?
Time to blow some up. Bye. I'm not hiding anymore.
Let's get this over. Dark Wise coming back this way. Onto the deck. You won't get away with it.
Bombarder.
How nice of you to stop by.
I'll keep it on you. Yeah, you need to go.
You won't stop me.
Actually, I have a better idea. Oh, is there another one here? No.
Not quite.
Tempted to use the deadly curse.
This was meant for me. Why to drag this out longer than necessary? I've been fighting since. I won't rest.
2 more? Oh, no, 1 more.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
I think I need fire. Okay, you can see me. What if I go invisible?
Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Then no. This. That should do what I want.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgott what we found. They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl